I'm super excited to show you all the new updates to our Sudoku tool. This is Cindy Manier from A Doodle Book Creator, and we've just had a major upgrade to our very popular Sudoku and Wordoku puzzle tool. Let's get started. One of the main new features is the ability to upload background pages. So to get to that setting, under Book Settings, we have Upload Background Image for Puzzle Pages. And if you click that, then you'll be able to browse and find the background image that you want. And that'll get uploaded. This image is size for 8.5 by 11. We're going to do full bleed, 9 by 9 pages. And then you can do the refresh button to get a preview. Oops, I didn't add any puzzles. You got to add puzzles before it will let you do a preview. And this is what it looks like. So a couple of the other new features is that you now have complete control over where your title is and the size of your box of your puzzle. So down here, see, I don't like this being that big. I want to make it smaller. So you go over here where it says scale down puzzle size, and you can make it smaller. I'm going to make it 0.75. And then when you do a refresh, then this is what that's going to look like. Now it's much smaller, so it's away from the background frame there, so that looks better. I can also control the size and the font of all the text on the page here. So let's start with the title. So now you can have a different font from your title than you have for the numbers in your puzzle. So I'm going to go with this one. And I want this to be bigger. And I want it to be further away from the puzzle. So that's what this number is. Space between puzzle and title. By changing this number, you change how far apart the puzzle title is from the puzzle. So let's make this a 1. And now let's do a refresh and see what that looks like. And that is better. I like that, but I think I want it just a little, not quite that high. So let's make this 0.75. And I also want my numbers to be bigger. So let's make those numbers bigger. That looks better, and I like that. So once you get it the way you like it, then you click on the Download PDF button. And here is what your entire thing looks like. It's got 100 pages, puzzles, and then the answer pages. Now, I didn't do anything with the answer pages, but now one thing you can do is you can also preview your answer page. And you can change how many puzzles are going to show up in book settings. Just like before, you can have 1, 2, 4, or 6 puzzles per page, or 1, 2, 4, 6, or 8 puzzles per answer page. So I'm going to go with 8, and I'm going to do a refresh. That's what that looks like. And I like that, so I'm going to stick with that. And then you can go back again and preview your puzzle page. And download it again if you wanted to. I'm going to show you some more examples of different types of backgrounds you can use on here. So for this one, one of the things you can also do is scale your background. So you can make your background, let's see, bigger, for example. And that's what that looks like. When you scale it up, you can also either do bleed or no bleed. That's another new feature that we've added here is bleed or no bleed. If you're going to do a background like this, you're going to want to use bleed because you're going to want it to go all the way to the edge of the page. Right, let's look at some other background examples that I've created for you. One of the ones I thought was really fun is to do a frame around the puzzle on a square-sized page. So let me show you that. Here's my square frame. Let's do a refresh. Well, doesn't it look really cool? It looks so nice. It's such a unique looking design that no one else is going to have. So I'm going to move this down just a little bit so it will look that much better, which again, go to title and word settings. Let's try 0.6 and see what that does. Oh, I like that. That looks really pretty. I just think that the font size needs to be a little bit smaller. So instead of 30, let's use 28. And let's make these numbers a little bit bigger. Oh, it's beautiful. Perfect. I love it. And that looks fabulous. That looks really good. That's one of the great things about this ability to add a background is you can create truly unique puzzle books that aren't going to look like anybody else's. You can just use your imagination and come up with different things. For example, for this frame, you could have turned this into some sort of coloring design and combine coloring with doing Sudoku puzzles. That would be really cool. You just got to try to think outside the box and think, what can I do to set my puzzle book apart? Because there's so many puzzle books out there. You really got to find a way to set yourself apart from everybody else out there. And I think this ability is really going to help you do that. Let's look at a couple more examples. This is one that I made that I thought turned out kind of nice too. There we go, perfect. Now does this look cool? Wouldn't this be a great way to set your puzzle book? Let's say you have like a winter themed book. This is totally going to set yours book apart from the other people and make yours look so much better than everyone else's. Here's another example. Let's just do, let's say for Halloween, you're going to want to have a pumpkin background. Let's use October Twilight. It's kind of a Halloweenish font. Here's what that looks like. And I want to scale my image down. It's too big. I don't want it to be that big. I want it to fit inside of my puzzle. So we go to scale image. I'm going to try 0.75. And I like the way that looks. It's just a little bit low, so I want to move it back up. That's what these inputs are here. Move image up and down. So if I want to move it up, I need a negative number. Down is a positive number. Same for left and right. If I want to move it left, I'll put a negative number. Right, I'll leave it as a positive number. So let's try negative 0.25 here and see if it puts it right in the middle there. And I like that. Let's just check the answer pages, see how those look. That looks good. I like it. Then I can go ahead and download it. And here is what my final PDF looks like. One other thing that you can do under puzzle settings, there's a puzzle starting number. Now, this number is if you want to combine different PDFs together. So let's say you wanted to create 10 puzzles with a Halloween background, and then 10 puzzles with a Thanksgiving background, and 10 puzzles with a Christmas background, for example, and then put them all together later. You can use this puzzle starting number to, instead of starting for 1, for example, start with 10. And that pretty much covers all of the different things that you can do. You already have the ability to control all of the line colors, so you can set the dark line colors, you can set the light line colors however you want. You can also set the size for the lines for both the dark and light numbers, so you have complete control there. And you can also set your title here. Let's say we wanted to do Halloween Sudoku. So this gives you lots of control, allowing you to have lots of different things that you can change. So your Sudoku book isn't going to look like anybody else's, which is a really good thing. You can also, if you want, not have any title at all. That's an option too. So go try this out. Let me know how you like it. Let me know which of these features you want me to add to our other tools. I think probably the word search tool will be next up to go and renovate and add this background image to as well, because I think that would be a popular one. But let me know in the comments below which tool you would like me to add these functionalities to next, and any functionality that we don't have yet in the Sudoku tool that you would like to see. And as always, if you have any questions, ask them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them.